Hello everyone, today I shall read chapter 10, The Valiant Warrior Part 2. So 25th 7 2016. We were back to Guwahati, but we were in a state of dilemma as where to start his chemotherapy. We were reluctant to take him to Dr. Bhubaneswar Borua Cancer Institute, BBCI, not only because of the big rush of patients, but also because it is solely a cancer hospital. After being treated in the super specialty hospitals in Mumbai, we would not like a sole cancer hospital. We did not want him to feel like a cancer patient and go through the mental trauma. We did not wish on taking him to Northeast Cancer Hospital and Research Center, Nekri, for the same reason. Besides, the huge signboards with the word cancer gives us jitters. Hence, we chose Dr. Anupam Mahanta, medical oncologist at Dispur Polyclinic Hospital. Chemotherapy with injection irinotecan was started for 5 days a week and tablet temozolomide orally. On the first day, it so happened that the nurse attached to the oncology department failed to cannulate Ruplu on 2 attempts. I did not let her try the third time. I inserted the BD Nexiva closed IV catheter and it was secured for the 5 days therapy. 20th 8 2016. We were lucky Dr. Tapan Saikia was available for consultation at Pratiksha Hospital. During the therapy, Ruplu's grannies would give him company. His Abu would sing Borgit and Bina Aita would sing Sai Baba Bhajan to entertain him. He also celebrated Janmashtami with them. With the cannula in his hand and morning dose of chemo, he would not hesitate to join any festival and wanted them to be celebrated at their best. I recall the day when Pooh was very happy and excited. It was the 5th day of the therapy and he was getting impatient for the drip to finish so that the cannula could be removed and he would be free to attend the Vishwakarma Puja at Krivi Square. Indeed, he cherished the hot and tasty puja khichdi. 21st 9 2016. On completion of 3 cycles of chemo, the warrior again had to report to the kings in Mumbai, so another travel for him. 22nd 9 2016. Dr. Manish Agarwal was consulted and investigations were advised. A few more radiation exposures for the jubilant warrior. 23rd 9 2016. MRI spine and CT thorax were done. Response to chemo was seen on both sides with the lung nodule size decreasing to 1.1 into 2.1 centimeters. Dr. Manish suggested radiotherapy to the T12 spine. 27 9 2016. We had an appointment with Dr. Tapan Saikia and he advised us to continue tablet temozolomide during radiotherapy to the vertebra. One can imagine the turmoil the fighter had gone through to fight the disease, the repeated investigations and needle pricks on his tender body is really disheartening. With all the medical business and tensions, we needed some amount of relaxation and there was no better place than Manisha's Hiranandini apartment. The beautiful place provided a comfort zone to be at peace. Ruplu, Manisha and I enjoyed a stroll in the drizzle and Bhaskar got busy with the internet to purchase the flight tickets back to Guwahati. 28 9 2016. We returned to Guwahati and had to select the center for radiotherapy. There was no other option but to choose a cancer institute in Guwahati. First, we went to the State Cancer Institute at Guwahati Medical College Hospital, but unfortunately SCI had not functioned fully and RT could not be provided. The next option was NECRI, the Northeast Cancer Hospital and Research Institute. However, only conventional radiotherapy could be given there and not the intensity modulated radiotherapy or IMRT. IMRT uses linear accelerator to safely deliver precise radiation to a tumor while minimizing the dose to the surrounding normal tissues. So the only place of choice left was the BBCI. 30th 9 2016, we headed for the BBCI. For a cancer patient, hospital visits become endless. It ends only when the patient dies. Bhaskar dropped us, that is Ruplu and me, right in front of the main gate where Dr. Bhubaneswar Borua Cancer Institute is written prominent on a signboard. Oh my God, I felt so awkward and heavy-hearted as we stepped in. It became very distinct and obvious for our hero that he has been a victim of the killer disease. We never discussed it, neither did we utter the 6-letter killer word, cancer. A private file was made and Poo's name was registered as Rishabh Choudhury. We were sent to room number 10 to consult senior consultant radiotherapist Dr. Moushami Bhattacharya, who was our junior in college. She was shocked to see me with the young handsome fighter, but the very next moment she went through the investigation reports and files of Mumbai. In such a busy outdoor, there was no time to lose over emotional issues, but to get practical. Dr. Moushami advised us to attend the tumor board on 3rd 10 2016. 3rd 10 2016, in the tumor board, the treatment plan IMRT was made and the date for radiotherapy was fixed from 7/10 2016, 10:30 am to 11:30 am. 6/10 2016. There was no rest for the soldier, but always a hurry-burry either for the fight or its preparation. Poo was taken to the city simulation room and the exact area to be radiated was marked and a mold was given. We anticipated the neurological complications of radiation to the spine and got very worried. Negative thoughts haunted us and we became reluctant to give consent, but there was no way out. With great risk, we consented to the therapy. 7/10 2016. With our sincere prayers and hoping for God's blessings, radiotherapy was started. After the first dose, Bhaskar had left for Hojai to join duty, leaving Ruplu under my responsibility. I quit my job at Hum and RC Hojai to look after my dear son. I would take Ruplu for radiation therapy and my driving experience in Guwahati started then. Poo was my driving master and many times he would park the car or back it. It's just that his age did not permit a driving license or else he would have been my driver. He enjoyed the drive to BBCI as we took the road from Bhetapara via Hockey Stadium, Saukuchi and Lal Ganesh. He hated if I drove slow on a free road and like a bus conductor he would say, "Jao, jao," meaning go, go. I smile as I write, remembering his humorous and lively nature. Oh, how I miss you dearly. Thank God the IMRT lobby was clean and not very crowded. Poo would chit-chat with the co-patients and attendants until his name was announced. There was an old lady who travelled by train from Rongya, accompanied by her daughter. Ruplu's amiable nature attracted her and she adored him. She would say, "Baba, Jua, tumar naam matile. Baba, go, your name has been called." Later in 2018, when I met her daughter, she said that her mother passed away and that she accompanied her elder sister who also suffered from the same dreaded disease. How very unfortunate a never-ending turmoil for them. A total of 30 days of radiation was given from 7/10/2016 to 24/11/2016. Saturdays, Sundays and holidays were off. On a few occasions, the RT machine would be out of order, but thanks to God and thanks to Dr. Moshumi and the physicists for their appropriate dose calculation and precision, for Pooh had no neurological complications following the RT. He only had darkening of the skin at the back and would say, "Ma suasun pithitu besi kola hol niki." "Ma, see if my back has become very dark." He knew how to protect the sight from soap water while bathing. Dada, Pompey, Paplu and my dear friend and batchmate Surovi, Dr. Surovi Saikia, resident in the US, gave us company. All this while Ruplu was on oral chemo as well as on a polypharmacy of Ayurvedic medicines from DS Research Center. He followed a strict and timely protocol of Ayurveda along with an immune booster, Maharishi Amrit Kalash. He suffered minor side effects like nausea and vomiting, and with the completion of RT, he needed a break to recover. 1911-2016. The valiant warrior was confident enough to win the battle of ill health, and during the break he wished to fight another war, the war of high school ending exams. He wanted to appear in the HSLC examination, so with a prior checkup and due permission from Dr. Tapan Saikia at Pratiksha, we planned to leave for Hojai for his exams. Dr. Saikia advised continuing tablet temozolomide. 27/11/2016. Ruplu's birthday was on the 29th of November, and Pompey and Bubby would not let us go without his 16th birthday celebration. They made it a very special one on 27/11/2016. Bubby's gem mystery cake was a remarkable one. As Pooh cut the cake, we were surprised to see the colorful gems inside it. Thanks to all of them for their everlasting love and care for him. His birthday pictures depict a handsome youth full of life and vigor that masked his illness. God has given both physical and mental strength to him. 28/11/2016, we were back to Hojai. I was his real-time guide for the HSLC exams and of course Bhaskar for maths. Pooh, who was on oral medicine with off and on nausea and vomiting, did not take much stress and would not start his studies before 8 in the morning and not later than 8 at night. He never took a power nap, instead did a little maths. He played with Adi and his small heroes from noon to 1 p.m. and again in the afternoon from 4 to 5:30. February 2017. Ruplu's school nuns who loved and cared for him always remembered him in their prayers. Before his HSLC exams, they came to see him and prayed and wished him good luck. Our campus doctors, with their better halves, also paid a visit and wished him with a warm heart. The last moment revision was mainly done by me, whereas Ruplu would be a good listener. Sometimes he would sneak out to the backyard to play with Mon and Mo, and I would read aloud the answers for him to grasp a few. We did not want to pressurize him, and he appeared for his exams quite relaxed. His friends, guardians and teachers who had heard of the disease relapse were very much astonished to see him in the examination center. He maintained his zeal and vigor like before. I remember Dr. Marme saying, "Ruplu hai asol talented. He iman coolly exams dise. Ruplu is really talented. He has been so cool in his exams. The valiant warrior fought one deadly man-eater and another remained, the solitary lung nodule. Immediately after his HSLC exams, we left for Bangalore. We opted the cyberknife radiotherapy to the nodule and chose one of the best hospitals in India, HCG, Healthcare Global, the specialist in cancer care in Bangalore. Cyberknife radiotherapy is a non-invasive alternative to surgery for the treatment of tumors. It consists of a linear accelerator mounted on a robotic arm that delivers high dose of precisely targeted radiation. Hence, we chose this technique and did not care for the cost. 28/3/2017, we went to Bangalore and stayed in Sumi Nilu's apartment. 29/3/2017, we reported to HCG. The oncologist there suggested us to go for autologous stem cell transplant to treat the disease. The goal of stem cell transplant is to destroy the cancer cells in the marrow, blood and other parts of the body using 7 times high doses of chemotherapy and then allow replacement with conditioned and healthy stem cells. 7 times high doses of chemotherapy would be unbearable for the fighter to fight and cope up with. 5 years back, the aggressive chemotherapy sucked him up. Besides, survival rate is only 30%, that too for only few years. We felt the procedure would be intolerable for him and it outweighed its benefits. We opted for a more comfortable approach to treatment, that is cyberknife radiotherapy to the lung nodule. 30/3/2017, the warrior had to undergo a couple of needle pricks for several blood tests before the procedure. 31/3/2017, again a PET CT was done to confirm the exact nodule size and location and also to rule out the presence of metastasis elsewhere. Thankfully, the findings were the same. Before giving consent for the procedure, the radiotherapist explained that a few platinum fiducial markers would be implanted in the pleura, the membrane that envelopes the lung, to define the exact position of the nodule. While the fiducials were being implanted, there may be complications like pneumothorax and bleeding, and that Ruplu might require ICU stay. An attendant also shared his opinion regarding the failure of cyberknife which his father had experienced. We became very worried and were in a state of dilemma. We thought if the procedure itself causes trauma and complications, then why go for it? Since such high-tech methods cannot guarantee their safety and outcome, why take the risk? Thus, we did not consent for stem cell transplant and cyberknife therapy. I discussed about video-assisted thoracoscopic surgery VATS with Dr. Saidul Islam, the senior laparoscopic surgeon at Hum Hospital. He suggested open thoracotomy and segmental resection of the lung with the nodule, as in VATS the lung may get collapsed and it would be difficult to locate a small nodule. 5/4/2017, we consulted Dr. Ganesh Nayak, thoracic oncologist at HCG for a second opinion, and he advised mini thoracotomy and excision of the tumor. A couple of days passed shuttling to and fro from the hospital, and the decision was taken to operate him in Guwahati. So I end this chapter here. Meet you with the next part of the Valiant Warrior. Till then, stay safe, stay fit. Bye bye.